We still got that 12-round WBC light flyweight bout coming up. 108-pounders. The champion, Chiquita Gonzalez, defending against the former champion, Melchor Cobb Castro. That should be a real good fight tonight, and you're going to see it all right here on Prime Network, coast to coast. Right now, though, we've got, as I told you, a 6-round bantamweight bout. Boni Lara of Canoga Park here in Southern California, and Joe Manzano of San Pedro. Each of them relatively new to boxing in the professional division. 5-2 Lara with 3 knockouts. Manzano is 6-1. He hasn't had a knockout yet. As an amateur, though, he was 58-4, but still very few knockouts. The crowd in anticipation of the championship fight, of course, but they're seeing a lot of good preliminaries here tonight. That Dave Dixon's got them all talking about his punching power, Ruben.
Yes, right, and Benny Lopez had a great upset win over Ramirez, Coca Ramirez.
One of the reasons we're held up here is one of the judges has not taken his seat. So as soon as we get a third judge here, we'll be ready to go. We've got Lou Moret and Robert Byrd. One more coming. Manzano taking a few shadow boxing shots over there. Joe 6-1. This is his first fight ever as a bantamweight. He's been fighting as a super flyweight, but now he steps up in weight. Let's see how he does. He's a tough, talented kid. Not much punching power, obviously.
I just found out what judge we're waiting for.
Who?
Burton Gilliam. He must be doing a film out there somewhere.
Jerry West is over here. Jerry West got his hands full trying to patch the roster of the injury-ridden Los Angeles Lakers. Not only have they had Byron Scott out for 10 games, now they lose his replacement, Tony Smith, who came up with an Achilles injury last night. So the Lakers will have to scout the country and scout perhaps the minor leagues and come up with a backup point guard, despite the fact they've got their great rookie, Anthony Peeler. Okay, here comes Burton, and he is saying, hey, I wasn't supposed to work this.
I was doing a commercial back there.
Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr., who's doing the announcing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout coming your way is scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. We present bantamweights in action. Introducing to you the referee in charge of this bout, we have Chuck Hassett. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing black trunks and fighting out of San Pedro, California. He weighed in 116 pounds with a fine young record of 6 wins, only 1 defeat. Introducing Baby Joe Manzano. And his opponent across the ring. On my right, fighting out of the blue corner in the 6-round bantamweight bout, he is wearing white trunks with black trim and fighting out of Canoga Park, California. He weighed in at 118 pounds with a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. He has 3 wins by way of knockout. Introducing Boni Lara. Referee in charge now to give instructions once again is Chuck Hassett.
See your mouthpiece. 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 You've had your instructions. Any questions? Okay, good luck. Buena suerte.
Good luck. All right, that was brief because they've had their instructions in the locker room, and Chuck Hassett sends them back to their corners, and Manzano at 5'5", Lara 5'2", 116 pounds to 118 pounds. 19 years old Manzano, who was handled by his father, Carlos Manzano. 23 years of age is Lara, and a 70-inch reach for Manzano, 66 for his opponent. Remember the record, 5-2 for Lara. Lara is in the white trunks, and Manzano is 6-1. Lara has shown some punching power. He's had 3 knockouts. But in his last fight, he was stunned in more ways than one. He lost when he was knocked out in the first round by the underdog, Juan Mendoza. A lot of times a loss, believe it or not, will do a fighter good. A young fighter.
Of course. Sometimes it puts you right back and bring you back to reality sometimes.
Chiquita Gonzalez, who's fighting tonight to defend his title. He lost in a surprise. Remember that?
Absolutely.
Orlando Pascual beat him. 6 on Boni Lara, white. Pretty quick. He's a strong little fellow. Hook caught Lara alongside the chops.
Came back with the right hand right after that.
Yeah. 62 amateur fights for the lad in the dark trunks. 58 wins, but very, very few. I think 4 knockouts. And as a pro, his 6-1 record does not include any knockout.
Let go.
Whoa, breaking. And Chuck Hassett is warning Manzano, hey, when I shout break, break. Final seconds of round number 1, scheduled for 6. End of round. Round 2 of our 6-rounder coming up. Archie Brothers handling Lara over there. And as we said, Carlos Manzano's dad handles him. In fact, Carlos is the dad. Joe is the fighter. How'd you score that first one, Rube?
I gave it 10-9 in favor of Lara.
All right. This is Lara's 8th professional fight. And it's Manzano's 8th professional fight. 6-1 his record, 5-2 his opponent.
I like the style of Manzano. He's got a nice little...
Like that jab, don't you?
Yes. But this Lara kid is tough. Goes to the body very well.
Manzano is improving. The only time he lost was this year. Back in May, he got beat by a fellow named Arthur Johnson. The knock on him, even from his daddy, who handles him, is that he gets hit too much. A lot of fighters get hit too much.
Especially if they're married.
In Manzano's last fight, that was on September the 28th, he won a 4-round decision over Gilberto Sosa. And in his last fight, Boni Lara, as I told you, lost in a big upset. Most people thought a big upset, at least, to Juan Mendoza. Got a little careless in the first round. Got put to sleep.
It's tough to follow and act like the last fight that we
Isn't it,
had.
though?
Huh?
Yeah. It'd be tough to follow that championship fight tonight, too. Chiquita Gonzalez going against Melchor Castro. Each has been the champion of the light flyweight division.
This is an important fight for Chiquita.
Oh, boy.
He wins here. Barbara wins fighting. We got a huge fight at the Great Western.
It's a must-win situation for Chiquita. A victory, and he gets that long-awaited title unification showdown with the IBF champ, Carbajal. And that'll be here at the Forum, most people think.
I think that'd be great.
In March of '93.
I think that would be the closest we have to a sellout. I think the only person that sold out the Forum was Ruben Oliveros. 19,000 people for boxing.
Didn't Ali and Kennedy?
Oh, yes, that's true. You're right. That'll be the next closest thing to it.
There'll be a caravan from Phoenix coming over here one day for Carbajal.
You think Michael's watching the fight tonight?
Yep. Maybe he's here. I don't know. Last time he was here with his brother, we interviewed him.
Right, but he fights Friday.
I know he does. All right, back to his corner goes Lara. And ladies and gentlemen, the Ringsiders Club offers you select seating, complimentary parking, and exclusive Forum Club membership. Why don't you join the Ringsiders Club, see the action up close, and become a part of the finest boxing program in America. You can call now. Operators are standing by. 310-673-1773. Ringsiders Club. Julio Cesar Chavez is here. I don't think he's had his head up all night because they're pestering him for autographs. He doesn't mind, though. He's very accommodating.
There's the man. 83-0.
Is he good?
And I'm part of that 0.
You're part of the 83, baby.
83-0, and I'm a part of that O. He's awesome.
Nice guy.
Good kid.
Round number 3. How you got it scored?
20-18 in favor of Lara.
Lara looking for his 6th win in 8 fights, and Manzano looking for his 7th win in 8 fights. Round 3.
Okay, hold it there. Hold it there.
Got a tough break on the weather for this show tonight. Nice crowd is here at the Great Western Forum, but it would have been much bigger. The streets were heavily rained upon today and just made driving very unpleasant. This is the last show of 1992. Remember, the next one, as we told you, will be on January the 11th. Now we're getting some action.
Let go. Hold it there. Hold it there. And hold it. Drop the hold.
One thing this guy Manzano does pretty well is defense. That was a nice left hand he hit too.
He's had a very good defense. Now he's going to have to... I think he's starting to find his mark. Manzano is.
Got a 4-inch reach advantage. He's 3 inches taller. Remember, as I told you, this is the first time he's fought as a bantamweight. He's been fighting super fly. Chuck has it says about that. Watch your head.
There's some blood coming from the nose of Manzano.
He just takes a couple of shots. If the ropes had not have been there, he'd have gone down, I do believe, Ruben.
Yes, I think so, Teddy. There was some good shots. 2 right hand and a left hook.
Manzano goes southpaw for a second. Okay, final couple of seconds of the round. Going to round 4, we ought to be getting an indication now on Ruben Castillo's scoring card.
I've got the score 30-27 in favor of Boni Lara.
So he is throwing a shutout.
Thus far. Chick, I'd like to say happy birthday to a couple of people. Mike Fernandez's birthday tonight, and of course my mother. Today is my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. She's up in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, well, watching the fights.
Yes.
That's what you can do on Prime Network, coast to coast. Bill Daniels and company. Boy, he's a worker, isn't he, that Boni Lara?
He stays on you, Chick. He's one of those guys that won't back up. He's short, but he gets inside those punches of yours and he makes your life miserable.
Me if I'm wrong. But I think when you study the amateur record of Manzano, which I'm sure the handlers, Archie Brothers, did for Boni Lara, and then you look at his pro record, 6-1 with no knockouts, you can take a lot more chances against a guy like that.
Yes, you can. And as you see here, he's starting to work. Boni Lara starting to work to the body. But this kid, Manzano, looks really nice. I like his style. It's just that unfortunately he had to draw a fighter like Boni Lara. What a beautiful style. He's a stand-up fighter.
How could he develop a knockout punch?
Well, that comes with timing. It's a timing punch. Not always the strongest fighter has a knockout ability.
Good left hand.
You gotta have a timing punch. You gotta know where to hit. If you hit the guy right on the chin.
Well, after 60 amateur fights, or 62, and 7 or 8 pro fights, shouldn't you be learning?
Well, yeah, of course. But see, a lot of fighters, the amateurs are a lot different than the pros.
Right, that's right.
And the amateurs, you hit him anywhere on top of the head, you're going to score. Here's a perfect example. Guy 5 rolls behind us, Julio Cesar Chavez. He's a pinpoint shooter. He knows where your chin's at all times. When he hits you on the chin, lights out. You could be King Kong, you'll go down.
That's very interesting. This is the 4th round. It's scheduled for 6, and it looks like it might go that way. There's a solid shot to the chin of Manzano. Lara, doing a lot of punishing. That's the corner of Lara. His father in a multicolored sweater jumps in to stand in front of him and talk to him.
Toma, ponle eso ahí atrás. Escupe allí, toma. Ponle eso ahí. Toma, yo, let me tell you something. Dame acá la toallita. Yo, listen to me. He can't beat you. He's a fucking bum. Do you understand that? What's the matter? You get him up against the rope. What are you doing up against the rope? Take a deep breath. Vaselina, Yo, he can't beat you. Yo, no way in the world.
Okay, let's take a look at what happened in the corner.
Well, this is the bum that he was talking about. He's wailing on Manzano. I mean, you know, Manzano's gotta get out of the corners. He's gotta fight his fight, chick. He's got the height and the reach. He's gotta keep Boni Lara on the end of his punches, on the end of his jab. He's letting Boni Lara get inside of his arms and work to the body and be effective with the shots up the middle.
Here's another thought on. We were talking about no knockout power. Now he's so far behind on punches. A knockout is imperative.
He's got to win by knockout to win. He's got to knock him out to win. There's no other way to put it. It's easy for me to say, right? So what's it?
40-36 the scorecard of Ruben Castillo. This little kid is pretty good, I'll tell you. He's right above us now. We can really get an angle on him.
Oh, yes. And now he's starting to pick his shots, chick. He threw 3 right hands right in a row. You wouldn't describe him as lightning fast, but he is quick, isn't he? Yeah, see, here's another left hook right on the button. See, now he's starting to find his mark. I'll tell you what, you're going to hear about this Manzano kid. He'll be back. Well, he's only 19 years old. Lara's only 23, but 19 is pretty young. That's what Shaquille O'Neal, the great center of the Orlando club who came out of LSU. People forget he's only 20 years old. That's all he is. They're starting to compare him now with Wilt and Russell and Kareem. Too early. It's not fair comparison. Give him a chance. Great athlete. Oh, yes. A lot to learn. College ball's a lot different. Unless you're Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. Just like boxing. That's right. Amateurs are a lot different. Like our last show, Oscar De La Hoya, he made a transition real quick from amateurs to the professionals. He looked like a champion our last show, didn't he? Sure did. Great kid. He's not going to be champion. Oh, he will. He'll be champion. Remember those nice words? I would like to see him get the testimony. Well, it's his first fight. But you remember those nice words that Bob Arum said about him? He thinks he'll be much bigger than Leonard and everyone. He threw those names out, didn't he? Yeah. 5th round of a 6. 30 seconds left.
punches either man has thrown, lots of them, and they're not showing much fatigue, if any. Okay, the final seconds now of the 5th round. Only one more round to go. All right, the action was fast and furious since the fight started. So far, it's been all Lara on your scorecard, huh?
Yes, I've got the score 50 to 45 in favor of Boni Lara.
Final round. It's pretty obvious. Without a knockout, it's going to be a unanimous decision. The judges, Robert Bird, Lou Moret, and Burton Gilliam.
Hey, that was a nice little left hook.
Very.
On the chin of Lara, huh?
This little kid isn't bad, 19 years old, Manzano. And he looks to me like he could be a quick learner. And he looks to me like a guy that you could coach.
Yes, he takes instructions well. He just got hit with some good shots in early rounds, and I don't know. It's not over till it's over.
What you got to say about him, he's improving.
You know, see, Chick, he's throwing one punch at a time. He's got to put the combinations together. Make things happen. Throw the jab, left hook and a right hand. Make things happen.
He's gone southpaw.
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. He's got to stay one side and try to work something out.
He heard you. He's back. Is just incessant with his punches. Manzano's used to fighting 4-rounders. Here he's fighting up in weight to the bantamweight division and a 6-rounder. To see a rematch between Mendoza and Lara. Mendoza knocked him out, you know, in the first round. Right. It's like you say, it's the punch you don't see.
That's right. Boni's a good little fighter. He's a tough little rugged fighter.
Right. I bet we'll see him against each other, too. Seconds tick away in the final round. 30 seconds left to go.
Let's go. Work.
10 seconds of the fight. Manzano's going to be happy to see this one end. It's been a learning experience for him.
Right.
Oh, look out. Lara caught him afterwards, and are they going to start fighting again? Well, I can see where he lost his temper after the bell considerably. After 2 or 3 seconds, the kid chopped him on the jaw.
Well, maybe he should have made it a 7-round fight.
Swelling around both eyes of Lara, so that means that Manzano was doing a lot of work on his own inside the 3-minute limits. The father, Carlos Manzano, looking around. Kid says, "Hey, Dad, he hit me after the bell." The old man said he hit you a few times before the bell.
All right, here we go. There we go. Take that back with you, baby.
We'll be back with the official 6 rounds and 1 second on Fight Night at the Forum. We're coast to coast. Forum Boxing is brought to you by Budweiser, and there's a lot more to come. So open a cold Budweiser and get ready with that clean, crisp taste that only comes from Beechwood Aging. This Bud's for you. They took a point away from the kid for hitting after the bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges at ringside scored the bout exactly the same at 57 to 56. All 3 in favor of the winner, Boni Lara.
Boni Lara, the winner, running his record to 6-2 with 3 knockouts. Manzano now suffers his second loss as a pro, and he is 6-2. Referee Chuck Hassett did a good job in the ring. They took away a point for the man punching shortly after the bell, Lara. All right, coming up next, what we've been